Kids, anybody else is watching? It's it's my dog that's starving for another treat. What a good boy. This is Saturday, another live Saturday, the 6th, a day before the full moon in September. It's the corn moon, as I spoke about on effects of the full moon. I just want to say, hope everybody's doing well with that full moon coming on, because it's going to be a doozy. Okay, Sanjoy, Simple Daily Life. Good morning, Uncle. Hey, Sanjoy, Simple Daily Life. You're from India. I love you guys from India. I tell you, I've had so many past lives there that I could shake a stick at. And hey, I got a question for you right off the top. This is not my topic. Okay, Sanjoy, I got a question for you. You're from India. Are you for Brahma, Vishnu, or Shiva? That's my question. Anybody else from India? I want to know how you feel about that too. Okay. I've studied all three. I've studied all major religions. So I just throwing it out there as a question. I was going to say, I've got something in mind for a thumbnail, but since yesterday we didn't get to all the questions, it was answering question Fridays now, and not many people ask questions, but we got a few through on that one. So anybody from their heart have a question for Uncle Martin? Throw it at me. I'm ready. I guess we don't really need these right now. Throw them up top. It's a nice warm day. I believe it's only 102 in Arizona. Yeah. Hey, Tyler Stone. Welcome, Tyler Stone. And anybody else is watching that can't push the button that you wanna that you wanna go live with Uncle Martin, which I understand. A lot of people just want to watch a live without being known who they are. That's understandable. Okay, Synthil Kumar. Hi, Uncle Martin. Synthil Kumar. Welcome. Yeah, it's Saturday. You guys don't have to go to school tomorrow, the kids. And I always put, you know what I've been doing? For 2 years I've been putting down for kids. And I haven't gotten any comments because when you do kids, the comment section's taken out. I do get a lot of thumbs up or down, but now that I'm going live, they only give you two choices. Two choices! And the choices are, is this for kids or is it not for kids? And if that's the only two choices, I can't put just for kids because then I don't get any comments. So I have to put not for kids. Do you know what's happening? More kids are watching Uncle Martin. Well, this has been my intent from the beginning. If you go to my first and second episodes 3 years ago, I was trying to get kids through school without killing each other. And if you just watch 1 and 2, episode 1 and 2, if you're getting bullied, it should nullify the situation to where you can get through the whole school year without being dealing with a bully. That was my intent. So that's what I started as, how to beat up a bully without having a fight. See? Because my dad always taught us, we don't have to fight a bully. You don't have to. All you have to do is, do a lot of push-ups, climb the rope, and arm wrestle them. And once you beat them in arm wrestling, they'll not want to fight you. Okay? Kumar, what? Give me a bit. What was this, Uncle? Where are you from, Uncle? Hey, Senthil Kumar. Where am I from? I'm from Arizona, out here in the desert. And it's actually cooling down. I'm going to start growing my tomatoes now. And did anybody know that tomatoes will not, well, they'll bloom, but they will not grow a tomato after 95 degrees. So I'm just about right there to where if I start planting them now, I'm going to have a whole season of like 7 months of tomatoes. And as we know, tomatoes out of the store are not that, a lot of GMOs. GMOs started with tomatoes in 1994. One more. That's all you get. I promise. Kinda. Look at that dog. He's such a good dog. Are you sitting? Yes, you are. Now, he can't be eating these rawhide that quickly. Although I see him over there, he's eating them that quickly. Normally, when I give him a biscuit, anybody have a dog you give a biscuit and they go bury it? That's my dog. The guy that just had a rawhide. He goes and buries biscuits and gets them later. Hey, who do we got here? JJ Pat 2. Hey, hi. I don't think I've seen you before. And anybody that's joining Uncle Martin right now, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Join the club if you wish. Anybody that joins, I'll join them. But I want you to have some content that I'm joining. All right. Give me something. Do a story or something. All right. Film a dog, your fish, your cat. I don't care. Hey, Senthil Kumar. Am I a farmer? I have that tendency to want to grow things, and so yes, I plant seeds. As a matter of fact, right here. Hey, who do we got here? Before I answer that, hey, Monse Alfaro. Hello, I'm in underwater. Please help me. How are you? I am in underwater. Please help me. How are you? Monse Alfaro, you're underwater. Are you filming anything? Or are you just underwater as far as emotions go? Are you underwater as far as hey, you're a subscriber. That's fantastic. Getting back to the next question, was I plant things, all right? And especially I plant this stuff here, right here. That's aloe vera. I have one on aloe vera and all the properties it has. When I go camping, I take a whole big bag of this stuff with seeds and I plant it around all the waterways that I go camping at, because someday somebody will get burnt or they'll need it, and it has so many properties to it. In fact, it's under the live that I did, rejuvenation, immortality. I don't know what it has to do with, something like that. It has me with the aloe vera in front of my face. That one. I don't remember which one it was. Alfredo, I'm a sub. Okay, and he is in Indian. Okay, K. Sheer Duck. He is an Indian. He is an Indian. That's all right. I live with Indians. Well, I did. Matsu Alfredo, have a good day. And Siddharth Kumar, tell me about your children. The children that I know of, well, let's see. They have not contacted me yet, but I may have a few out there. 70s. Yeah, I can't go there right now. I got one more for this guy. One more. One more. I love this dog, but he really eats these up too quickly. Where Tell us about your children. Yeah. Um, okay. What is that? Kenthil Kumar. What is that? What is that? What is it? I don't have any more. They're rawhides. They're beefy rawhides. All I got left for them now is cookies. That'll be for later. I feed my dogs a lot of treats. Is it chocolate or something else? Yeah, yeah. See, it's a rawhide. They say never feed your dog rawhides. Well, you know what? I've never had a problem with any of my dogs having rawhide. It's the dogs that have sensitive stomachs, and I guess I never had one. So what it is a beef dipped. These rawhides are dipped in beef, and they're dried. They got them in chicken. They got them plain. Whatever. Okay, Kumar. Is it something chocolate? No, as I said before, it's not chocolate. It's just a little goodie they love. I've got dogs that come through my work area, and I give it to them, and they seem to all love it. Okay. Um, I always ask the customer if their dog can have a treat. I never give it. In fact, I give it usually to the I give it to the owner to give to their dog because I get a lot of dogs that come in that are well, they're service dogs or they're dogs that give the owner a feeling of calmness. Okay, and we need that sometimes to be calm. It's tough. Dogs and cats will do that for you, though. Okay, Kamara, what are you doing for earnings, Uncle? Actually, I really don't have to work, but as I was saying the other day, I have Dharma. Dharma is something you have to do with people. You can't just go off, as Mom said, when I was living in the cave out in the desert, she says, when I came back home, she says, you can't live in an ivory tower. And these are people from like India, you people from India, you know what I'm talking about. You go out into the desert or up in the mountains, you live in the caves, and you, you, you get either some shaman or religious high spiritual individuals teaching you, which I've had 4. But what it comes down to is you can't live in an ivory tower, meaning you have to come back to society and contribute what you understand to be true. And hopefully it's positive things. Although some people come back and do the opposite, but that's their free choice. And there's a lot of karma there when you're knowledgeable and you start giving out negative lies. Yeah. So that's what it comes down to. You want to tell the truth, always the truth. And some people have a hard time, especially if they're a compulsive liar. Like Kathy, the one I almost married, on the live that I did with Queen. Queen coming in on their 3rd engagement in the United States, and I was there in 1974, the Uris Theater. And I brought that compulsive liar with me and had that dream, and then hey, this is the chick in the dream that's a compulsive liar that I almost married. So there you go. Dreams are very important. Diagnose your dreams. When you do correctly, they can help you immensely. And I've gone over that too with a 7-day camping trip. If you want to find a live that you'll really enjoy is the 7-day camping trip. How often do you get 3 dreams consecutively right after each other within less than an hour, and they all come true? I did have my canoe that I lost. Elsie the cow did save us. And Gretchen, that Viking chick, she almost did drag me into the bathroom, but I was warned because they were red dreams. Red dreams are warning. And that would be the 7-day camping trip. If you're into dreams, check it out. I don't know. Okay, come here. Why are you explaining is... Wait. The way you are explaining is excellent, Uncle. God bless you. Some people don't understand what Uncle Martin's talking about. And I feel there's people out there that not only have cosmic humor, but understand that Uncle Martin has a message. And the message is, whatever you do in life, doesn't matter if you're going to clean toilets, dig ditches, be a CEO, own a corporation, whatever job title you would have, to do it well. What you're going to find is once you understand to do something well, there's going to be people wanting to stop you from doing it well. Probably the first reason is they think you're bucking for their job. I never realized that one until later. But it's just something not everyone wants you to. When you start doing things well, you outshine other people that aren't doing things well, have no intentions of doing anything well, and they just want to get by. So you're going to have some problems on all different levels when you do your job well. Okay, sorry, went out for a minute. That's okay. You went out for a minute, but you're back. That's all that matters. By the way, anybody's watching Uncle Martin, thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me a shout out to all your friends. Share Uncle Martin. I need to be shared more because the messages that I have in all of my episodes, all my videos, have a moral. It's hard to find a moral. It's hard to find a true story. True stories and morals are very rare. Very, very rare. So, if you if you would do that for me, I'd be most appreciated. Especially leaving a comment. Comments are very important in algorithms. Okay, always thumbs up, Uncle. Okay, Senthil Kumar. I appreciate the thumbs up, but what I appreciate more is if you finish what you're reading or listening to, which reminds me of an episode. I got like over 600, but this one sticks out for some reason. It's under survivalists. Survivalists. We were brought up survivalists. How to live off the land. My dad was always reading books on what you could eat around you. And we knew everything to eat in New Jersey and then in Arizona because we were back and forth, Jersey and Arizona, all my life. So go, if you have time, kids, or anybody's watching, check out Survivalists. Scroll all the way down to episode 69. That shouldn't be too difficult. Remember, 69. And it's basically finish what you're reading. Man, is that ever important? Yeah. So just something to put on the back shelf for later. Got plenty of time to check that one out. Episode 69. Okay, also, what time will you be online on daily basis, Uncle? Hey, Senthil Kumar. It's a very good question. I've been starting to I'm getting seniority now in my workplace to where I can work earlier than later. I was doing a lot of closing at the store. I would be done at 10 o'clock. That's much too late to put out a video. So now I'm up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm usually out by 2 so that I get the things that I'm going to talk about. So your question being what time would I be on a regular basis putting out a live would be 5 p.m. I don't know where you guys are at. 5 p.m. Arizona time. 5 Arizona time. So you can add it up, kids, or whoever's listening, wherever you are. I know Germany, what are you, about 8 or 9 hours away? Russia, you're about 10 hours away. I got a lot of people all over the Netherlands. I haven't looked you guys up yet, how far you are, but a lot of Netherlands, rather. India, I forgot to look you guys, but all you guys, I could be in the middle of the night right now for you guys, but 5 p.m. in Arizona time, I will be more than likely going live to the best of my ability. Okay, come on, you got it. One more thing. Okay, Senthil Kumar. You're asking a lot of questions, but I like it. I like questions. Um, Questions and answers. I've been trying to get across on Fridays. It will be totally questions and answers. When we get this momentum going, okay? Because yesterday was the first Friday I put that out for everybody. Okay, Senthil Kumar. This might be controversial. That's okay. I said whatever question you have from your heart, I will do the best I can in answering it. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be celestial, terrestrial. It could be mental, could be emotional, could be physical, could be spiritual. Um, Whatever. I work on all levels. So what do you got? Throw it at me. Throw it at me. Come on, hit me. Hit me with the best shot. Controversial. Is there anything really controversial out there? Nah, not really. Okay, what do you think about taxes again? India has been increased by 50%. I think it's very negative. It's very negative because out of the whole world, India is. I went over. You have millions and millions of people starving in India, and to be taxed 50% more. Now I got to ask the question: is that on a general basis, or is it just for the rich, or is it for everyone? I'm feeling that it's going to be for everyone, right? Is that am I right on that? Um, yeah, I'm against it. I said it's negative, so I'd be against 50% tax on India. All right, it has been increased tax. Right. I am from India, Uncle. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling you were from India, but you have the highest spiritual masters over there in India, and that's a positive thing. Okay. I'm trying to understand the U.S. people thoughts on it. I don't think many people know about it. You know, this is the first time I heard about 50% tax rate on you guys in India. It almost sounds like it's a dictatorship. You know, I thought you guys had elections and stuff. Um, I'm at a conundrum on where you are politically because see, when I go over there, I'm not going to stay around the people. I'm going to go up in the Himalayas. That's where Uncle Martin will be going because I feel that's my quest someday because I've been up there before in past lives. And I think I have to see the Dalai Lama. That's one of my quests too. And I feel maybe I can help a lot of people in India too. It's a possibility. It's just on the back shelf, something I'm thinking about down the road. That's your people. So, just trying to understand the U.S. people thoughts on it. Yeah, again, I don't think the U.S. people have any thoughts on it. I don't even think they know about it. We don't get very much information over here. Information is limited, as you well know. There are, from what I understand, there are 5 families on this planet that designate what information is being put out there. And the more that the ANI gets involved on YouTube and TikTok and all the platforms, we're going to have probably less information. But right now, we have a whole lot of information. So maybe they'll be waking up to what's going on around the world. And I know there's a lot of starvation. I've talked about that, and I feel there's an answer to it. What I want to do someday, I'm gonna probably shouldn't say it, but there's a lot of islands and jungles and stuff that they just don't have any light, you know. And there's what is it? I don't know if it's a Gautama Buddha or a Maitreya, but there's these temples over there that have no lights at night. And I'm thinking, what about solar? What about we get some solar lights out there? Because there's some of these places that don't even have doctors, let alone nurses. And these people are getting bit by snakes. And maybe a little light on the situation could help people. That's just something I'm thinking about. We need more light. And that is on all different levels. From the physical level, the emotional level, mental level, and spiritual level. And you from India would have to agree that there is a lot of light coming out of India and a lot of darkness. In fact, that's the law. Where there is the most light, there will be the most darkness. This is an esoteric law that I've found to be very true. Okay, Ingrid Samuel. Ingrid Samuel, hey, how you doing? Okay, I will be back to... Okay, commanders, I will be back shortly. I have to freshen up. All right, no problem. Freshen up. Okay, so anybody out there that's got a question for Uncle Martin from your heart, throw it at me. Hit me. Hit me with it. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's from your heart. The mind is not the same as the heart. I've gone into that in the past. Our heart has over 40,000 neurons in it. Our mind and brain are different. So the brain has over millions and millions of neurons. But the heart has, scientifically now, they've proven the heart has over 40,000 neurons, which means your heart thinks. Your heart will speak to you if you quiet your mind. Our mind is always thinking. There's always something screaming out of our mind, like whatever. You have to quiet it down. When you quiet it down, then you can hear your heart. And your heart will never, never, ever steer you wrong. Your mental capacities and your mind will do this more than on many occasions. Your heart will never do that. Your heart will always tell you the truth. And if you follow your heart, you're on the right track. I can go into that later. Okay, so anybody got a question for Uncle Martin from your heart? Anybody out there not pushing that button that I'm live and you don't know why, you don't want to know who you are? That's fine too. You can stay incognito. I do that myself. I occasionally go through lives and say, yeah, I'll listen to what they got to say. And then maybe I'll push the button and say, hey, this is Uncle Martin. I do that occasionally. Okay, thoughts on it. So, where are we at there? I'll just bring up something really quick. We need discernment, all right? Discernment is necessary. Hey, what are you doing? This guy. He's almost sitting on my dog here. Discernment without wisdom. Discernment without wisdom is a problem. It's a big problem. Because discernment is the act of making good judgments and distinguishing truth from a lie. And that is our problem right now. We have a lot of people with a lack of discernment. And the only way you get wisdom is through knowledge, applying it correctly. And when you do knowledge correctly, you get wisdom. So, being able to distinguish truth from a lie is about the most important thing you got in your life, kids. Anybody's watching. Because you're going to have somebody telling, well, they could be your friend or acquaintance that's telling you a story about how truthful they are, or how the story is, how truthful it is, and really it's a lie. But you don't know that because you lack discernment. And discernment basically is a skill using knowledge to make judgments. And wis- wisdom provides the foundation of knowledge and understanding needed to apply that skill effectively. That's right. So discernment involves sifting through facts, information to find the truth. You need a solid base of understanding to make distinctions, which is a part of wisdom. In other words, we get a lot of knowledge, but we're not applying that knowledge. And you kids in school probably know what I'm talking about. You're getting pummeled with knowledge, but how much of it are you applying is my question. And when you sit back and you get the information, could be right or wrong, positive or negative, and you don't apply it, then you lack wisdom. You will not have the discernment necessary to filter through all the stuff that you have to. Because this is a little secret I'm going to tell everybody that's out there. The dark side, the evil side, will tell you 95% truth. And there's going to be 5% lie. What good is it if you can't filter through and know that 5% of the lie? Probably the other secret would be that 5% normally deals with your free choice. When anyone takes your free choice away from you, it's very negative. No one, actually it's an esoteric law, that no one is allowed to take your free choice from you. In other words, you should be able to, by your free choice, go positive or go negative by your free choice. I say that because by making a free choice, by going positive or negative, you will learn and be able to discern, saying, hey, that was negative, that was evil, I didn't know that, I thought they were good, possible, I thought they were fantastic people, I thought they loved me, I thought they were, and they ended up using you, draining you, and throwing you aside. That's very negative. Let alone they didn't allow you to use your free choice. So you didn't know that until you made a free choice to go that side. And that's what I'm saying. We always get a free choice, hopefully, to go positive or negative. We might think that negative is positive, but how are we going to know unless we make that choice to go whatever direction it is? See what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, it's about I don't know, 5:30ish here in Arizona. All the birds are. Can you hear the birds? These are the ring-necked doves that are screaming bloody murder because I haven't fed them yet. And I got about 22 feral cats out that way. I got about 7 or 9 up there on the carport. Got a couple dogs right here. A bunch of birds. I always feed at sundown. So, excuse me. It's Saturday on the 6th of September. I want y'all who's out there, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Share Uncle Martin with somebody, all right? Someone in your family. If your kids, tell your parents about Uncle Martin. I want to know what they think about Uncle Martin. And, or your friends, or anybody that you are like-minded to. Because as they say, birds of a feather flock together. Those people that think alike attract those people. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing in life, you are drawing those people to you, if you haven't noticed already. And you might be repulsing some people because you got so much light and understanding and love. They can't handle it anymore. That happens a lot too. You got both sides, and everyone should have a choice. There was a great individual 2,000 years ago said, pick hot, pick cold, positive, negative. I don't care. I think he was concerned. But that individual never said follow. He never said go positive. He never said that. He said pick hot, pick cold. Which means just make a stand on what your choice is. That middle way, the warm. The reason behind this, by the way, when you go totally positive or totally negative, karma, Sanskrit word meaning action, that comes back to you so much quicker, to where you'll see, hey, maybe this is not the right path to be on. Or maybe this path is fantastic because things are running so much smoother from when I went to that side of the spectrum. Karma comes back to you quicker, tenfold. So if you're lukewarm down the middle and you're doing some positive things, you're doing some negative things, positive things, negative things, you're going to get a mishmash of karma. And you will not see what excuse me, you're really going to get when you stay to one side or the other. See? I think that's what it means. Lukewarm, you got to go. Pick hot, pick cold. I always went for the hot. Yeah, I guess that's why I'm in Arizona. Which, by the way, I have not turned on my swamp cooler, my air conditioner, and I've had my fan on. And I'm about ready to do the episode. It'll be The Game. Yeah. How could you do that, Uncle Martin? Well, I'll tell you about it on the episode The Game. Okay, come here. Tell me something about how be a successful person. To be a successful person, what do you consider success? Some people feel success is whatever you're doing, do it well. I believe it was Gandhi, if you remember the story. Senthil. The story on Gandhi was all his little guy, the kids around him. They fought on who would be able to clean his toilet. Hey, that's pretty interesting. It's being what is it being? It's being ego-free. It's being selfless. Having whatever you're doing, have the intent for not being selfish. That in itself is success. If you're talking about monetary things and money, Uncle Martin was there. I was brought up that you had to be, well, kind of like a millionaire, or at least you had to have enough money on anything you thought and you got materially, you'd be happy. Not only that, they went further. They said you had to have women. You had a lot of women. In fact, the Italian side said, yeah, I had to have 30 women before I was 30. Heck, man, I had way more than that by the time I was 18, for crying out loud. And then it took me until I was 20, 21. Yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21. It only took me 3 years after having hundreds that I wasn't happy with the outcome. And I was not happy with the outcome of the money because, okay, is he father of our nation? Yeah, no, Gandhi. He is father of our nation. Absolutely, he's your father. He's the father of your nation. He did some magnificent things. I've read all about Gandhi. But you said, what is success? That was your question from your heart, apparently, and I feel it was. We tend to go on the five senses of what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, and that will get you just so far, as you well know. So the ego is the last to go. It's what it's it stops us from humility. It stops us on a lot of things. Although I heard from one side, oh, it stops us from putting our face in the fire. Well, I don't know. That might be one way of looking at it. But I know there's firewalkers that walk on fire and they've had their face in the fire and it was no problem to them. But that would be another story. Actually in India they've done it for centuries. They've done it in the islands. The Hawaiians have done it for centuries. The lava just holds a man's weight, and they traversed many miles on top of the lava with just tie leaves on the bottom of their feet. It'd be another story though. But India is fantastic because if you know or not, Sen, gotta get that name down, Senthil. Um, there's a place in India that have boulders that are red hot, from red hot, and there's these big guys with whips and chains because there's thousands of India wanting to, because there's people walking over these hot rocks. I'm talking boulders. And the enthusiasm is so great that some people aren't ready to go across that because they're not mentally prepared. And so that's why these guys with whips and chains stop them. But some of them get through. They don't make it. But there's the other ones that do walk across that have no problem. Why is that? That would be another story. But it's been going on for centuries all over the planet, where people have had mastery over fire, air, water, earth, and the fifth element, which I will not go into right now. Boy, we're hitting a lot of stuff here. India, I love India. Again, where would we be without the zero? We couldn't count past 10. Pythagoras, he went to Egypt and India, and Pythagoras became a master also, and I'll go into that because he refused to take things out of people's body. He used tonal qualities and color to heal, which we're coming back into right now, by the way, but it's a slow pace, very slow. Okay, Senthil Kumar, have you visited India? Astrally, I have. Physically, not this lifetime. But I tell you, I have a very strong connection with Milarepa. If you look up Milarepa, he was well, he was rather negative when he started out. He was a black magician. And then all of a sudden, he saw the error of his ways. So then he found a master to take on some of his karma. And Milarepa became a saint in that same lifetime, which is quite remarkable. After all, if you know the negative things he did, they were horrendous. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter how dark a soul you are, or what negativity you have done this lifetime. It is never ever too late to come over to the brighter side, to the positive side. And he didn't know he was on the negative side, is the whole point. It was his mother. His mother wanted him to be a black magician and curse people, and he did all these things, hailstorms on people. He killed them all. It was like tons of stuff. Then he realized he did things negatively, but sometimes it takes, I don't know, people to go to the dark side to see it's not a positive thing. And until you have free choice to choose hot or cold, you really don't know, do you? Right? You could be on the most positive side with the most positive parents that are totally love and light, but you as a child think, oh, this is not right for me. And you leave them and you go off. You don't know it's the dark side because you have not been able to compare. There's always a comparison with light and darkness. And until we have discernment, like I said before, with no discernment, that's why I brought up discernment, you have no wisdom. And knowledge applied correctly, you get wisdom. And from wisdom, you get discernment. And after discernment, you get free choice, because then you're knowledgeable and you know, should you go positive or negative. And people do that all the time. They'll go for the money, 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 and women, 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 even though they know spiritually it's probably better for them to grow spiritually, to go more positive than the lower self, our beastie that that we let get away with more than it should, because we decided not to have control over it. These are the lesser senses. The animal self that is lower, it's actually right below our heart, and then above our heart is the higher self. So that's where the heart is, in the middle way, to where you get to choose if you want to stay with the lower beastie animal, the five senses basically, superstition, doubt, fear, all that, the 5 deadly poisons. I'll go into that sometime. You Senthil must know about the 5 deadly poisons. You're from India, and we always have a choice. Are we going to do that, or go with more love, light, understanding? We always have a choice. But you have to see that you're able to discern there is a choice. That's what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. Anybody out there left? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Share Uncle Martin. Join the club. The club is Uncle Martin. And if you got a channel, I'll join your club too. Hopefully you have something that I can look at, assess, give a thumbs up or down on. If not, just to subscribe, that'll be fine. You'll work on some kind of video eventually. Okay, I think we're running into about 47 minutes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is master numbers. This is a good time. So until we see each again, we'll see each other again tomorrow. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock on a full moon Sunday. Can't wait. So until then, everyone, God victory. Be well.